What's going on, guys? We're back with another one, and as you can see by the title, we have passed our second account. It's so hype. So we got 2 starter pluses now. I'm not sure how I want to trade these, whether I want to do one specifically for, actually, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do one for Asia, one for New York only, and that's it. But yeah, passed it, done. At the end of the day, I should get my credentials, and we are currently sitting at 53,017 dollars. Made the consistency. Oh, it just feels good to have 2 accounts again. I did trade one more trade than I should have, but the setup looked too clean to not take it. So coming into market open, is it 8:30? We ran up. We took these highs over here, over this way, ran up, and let me get rid of this. Actually, we did indeed have an SMT at this low right here. That is the other trade that we took. So as you can see by the arrows, there's a few arrows here. I'll go over them in a second. Here, as we were dumping, I've been known to do this. I wanted to take a long strictly because we swept this data candle right here. We tapped the level, and we did have an SMT with ES on it. However, I should have known that ES definitely wanted to sweep that level, or that data candle as well. And I shouldn't have gotten in for longs on a downward trend. So instead, what happened, I took that. I lost 250. Let me be exact here. I lost 265 on it. So we got a little bit of slippage, a little bit more risk than what we wanted to do, because, you know, I'm only supposed to be risking 250 per trade, 2 trades a day, that kind of thing. So came down. We made a huge SMT with this right here. And I swear I was about to get out by a tick. I was almost out by a tick because ES also came down and tried to sweep that low as well. As you can see, I'll even put a line here for you. I guess what, that's probably like 3 ticks, 4 ticks, maybe even 5 ticks right there. So I literally just sat there and watched this. Once the SMT broke, I would have been out, and if that ran, that would have sucked. However, it didn't. We made $755 off of that, which was great. Pretty huge reversal, big absorption on the level again, and yeah, went right up. I got out there. I did exit early. I was supposed to be targeting $1,000 on both of these next trades, this one and the next one I'm about to show you. However, I just wanted to not leave any profits on the table and get out. I was okay with it. I was pretty much done for the day at this point over here, and once I saw that I was about to pass the account, I just targeted what I needed to pass. This trade right here, I will go over. This was on my funded account, my PA, for the day, which is also great. Let's see. So we took this one right here. Let me go over to it because this was on the fly. I was actually on a phone call when this happened. So as you can see, and I started to count these as SMTs. I started to count these as SMTs. I actually have one of my boys calling me right now that I trade with. You tell him, one sec, making a recap. So anyways, I started counting these as SMTs because right here we did actually technically sweep this low. If it's equal lows, we technically did take the liquidity in my perspective. One of my boys told me that, and I was like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. So a few of the trades that I have taken have been sweeps from a equal low, and it seems to work as an SMT. And obviously I took that right there from here to here. Oh, I guess this is a little off. Like that, probably. Right about there. So we did hit a 3 RR, which is great. I basically just trailed to 50 points. So meaning what that kind of means for me is Once we hit 1-to-1, went break even. Once we hit 2 RR, and you can see RR right here on the risk to reward ratio. Once we hit 2, I put my stop at the 1 RR. So that way I would be out of the trade with 250 because I didn't want to lose anything on this. I just saw this great setup right here because we did have a little bit of accumulation right there. So we were either going to shoot up or shoot down, and I did have levels on both sides. So I was like, I mean, this is pretty free, at least free break even. But the reason why I did that is because I didn't want any risk in the trade. So that's why I went break even so quick. So yeah, not much risk or anything like that. And then once we hit 3 RR, my stop was at 2 RR. So I would have made 2 RR either way. But yeah, pretty quick trades on all of these right here. Let's see, 952 to 958, 6 minutes in that one. Now we can switch to my funded account. Happy to say that we are up this much on the day, which is great. Love to see that. Let me move this over here. Perfect. And we'll go that. Okay. So yeah, you guys saw that enough. The top one is my Asia account. So yesterday I did take a banger in Asia for a $765 win. 1255 is my New York account that I just showed you those 3 trades and that win. And that's what passed the account. So let's go over to my funded account and go over that. The only trade we took for today, I'm always going to be a little more cautious when taking a trade on my funded account, but I'm hoping that I can get this third eval passed pretty quickly, strictly so that I can take every single setup and treat it exactly like the evals that I've been doing. Because a lot of the times I'll be like, this trade looks great, but I pull the hezi and I don't get in it. But anyway, so here's the trade for today. On the funded account. Sorry, I was looking at what time. This right here. We had an SMT right there, as you can see. Indicator pointed it out. I actually saw it prior to the indicator pointing it out. So yeah, SMT there, took the short. I saw quite a bit of resistance here, and one of my boys told me, go ahead and just take profit at this level, 707, and just get out. And luckily I did, because I was going to let that run all the way back to break even, which would have sucked. So yeah, we got out there luckily, and it was exactly like a 2 RR basically. And in a sense, I guess you could say it's a little less than that, because once, like, if price came up to here, right, like this, fuck, dude, I hate using this thing. If price came up to here, like so, or even like right here, I would have been out because the SMT broke. So I just get out where the SMT breaks, and that seems to help my losses. So I probably only would have lost like $80, and if that's the case, then we technically hit like a 7 RR. But anybody can say that in hindsight. My stop loss was at 12.5, so I would have lost 250 if it did jump up, and that has happened. So that's what I'm going to go with, and we hit a 2 RR. So thank you guys for staying this long and going over the trades with me. I really like doing this. It's a lot of fun. But let's see. Let's pull up the verse of the day. And in the meantime, I say this every day. Join SPS. It's in the description. I'm getting pulled like every which way right now. In the meantime, join SPS. It's in the description. As on top of that, if you want to join my Discord and ask me any questions, feel free to. It's down there as well. It's free. Just click both of those WAP links and choose whatever you want to do. So we have Psalms 23:5-6. You prepared a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with your blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord for forever. And that's good advice. Never stop believing in him. It's a sense like when I was at church one time, he said it's the intimate relationship. And ever since the pastor said that, I was like, yeah, that's so true. And it's kind of like with anything, you know, if you start drifting from a friend, a family member, just or any relationship in life, you start drifting away, it's eventually going to deteriorate. So if you drift away from the Lord and you no longer have faith, you no longer, just have a conversation. Like every day, I did pray today. By the way, I know I said last video I was going to. I did pray today. But yeah, keep that relationship. He'll always be there for you, so you might as well keep it and enjoy it, and take his wisdom and use it that he gives you. So I wanted to say thank you guys for continuing to watch. If you are new here, please subscribe, like. I do this for recaps just to show how I think in the market, as well as myself. I want to show, why does it look like that? I want to show people, wait, what? I want to show myself years from now what, like if I start spiraling, I can go back and I can look. And that's what I did a couple weeks ago when I started spiraling. And I was like, I don't know. Like I would lose and I'd be like, no, I should not lose. And then I try to, make it back. So if you struggle with that, I'd honestly consider making a YouTube. Even keep your videos private. Just talk to a camera, just yap, get away from this thing and just let your thoughts fly. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So I'm going to end it there. And hopefully tomorrow we have good news as well. I'll have that second funded account, so that's exciting. Again, I'm not going to copy trade it. I'm going to trade one during Asia, one during New York, and see where that takes me. Up 500 so far on it. I need 10 days of consistency. No, 5 days of $100 consistency on the funded account in order to be eligible for a payout. But yeah, should be pretty easy. Should get there soon. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're still here, thank you so much. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.